Um, I'm probably one that has a lot of expectations for the district. I expect the district to mean what they say and say what they mean. I've been to many board meetings where it just seems at times between board members and administration that there's this merry-go-round that we go on trying to get to an answer. I think the primary cause of that is board members not being prepared, not communicating with the district in advance over some of the issues. I think that will resolve a lot of that. But I'd definitely like to see that get cut down. I also expect the district to follow through on initiatives in a timely manner. We can't run into finance and budget issues at the very last day and hope to get things approved and allow the public to participate when those meetings call for it. What I'd really like to see too, though, is everyone be able to present their viewpoints, both good and bad, on issues, so the board can have a full understanding on the issues to make informed decisions. I'd like to see that done in a professional way, where there's no yelling or screaming or demeaning of other members of the community or administration. I think that's got to stop. I think it's embarrassing to the district, and it's just created a hostile environment to get anything done. I think so I talked to one of the board members saying that the board meeting last night lasted for about an hour. I don't know if that was because there was nobody there or they just got along, but I think we can really cut down on that. One of the proposals that we've made, all of us have agreed on, was the possibility of moving back board meetings to allow the public to attend and get involved. I think it can be done as long as we have a good working environment and a good working relationship with each person in the administration and within the community. We can accomplish a lot in a timely fashion. I think there needs to be a priority on kids first and logistics after that. I think that's sorely missing from board meetings. It becomes so inundated with the business topics and stuff like that. I think the kids are getting lost in the mix somewhere, and we need to put them back on the forefront. I'd like to see explanations and not excuses if those expectations aren't met. I want clear understanding of why we're not getting things accomplished. Bottom line is the district can expect from me to be held accountable. I expect the same from them. I take the position very serious. I expect from my own self to be able to represent the district in a good way and a professional way, and I think that's what the board's missing.
Well, I would expect the staff to do their job. If I'm elected, I'm going to be doing my job, and I'm not getting paid to do it. As a board member, I will hold them accountable, but I will also provide them the support and ensure that they have the resources that they need to do their jobs. We have to show the professionalism and respect at all of our meetings, and actually any time that we're gathering together. We need to respect the parents, respect the kids, and respect the other board members, acknowledging that each board member brings a different gift, a different opinion. We're not always going to agree, and that's a good thing. We're not always going to be yes people and make the popular decisions. We're going to make the decisions that we feel are best for our kids. I want to make sure that as a board member, I will assure open communication with me. I will always be available, and I will listen to your concerns and take your concerns to the district and to the board so that they can be dealt with. We're not going to sweep anything underneath the rug anymore. It's all going to be open.
I think it's important to remember that as a school board member, we would be one voice of five. And I think sometimes people forget that it's one of five people that make the decisions, make the policies, and guide the district. But that being said, I think it's definitely part of my job to make sure that the district is seeking out the best possible plans and solutions for the students. I think it's my job to hold them accountable to following policy and making sure that students' needs are met. I think it's imperative that we as a board work with the district as a team. This isn't a one-woman show show this is a team of people that is working with another team of people, and the leader is the superintendent. And my job will be to support him in the decisions that he makes. But at the same time, my job is also to question them. If I feel something is not being followed like board policy, I'm willing to call them out on it and say, hey, wait a minute, board policy says, what's going on? I think I'll ask questions a lot more than maybe we've seen in the past. I'm not one that believes that it's a place for us to be contrary and antagonistic. I think this is a place where we just have to maintain our focus, which is the kids, the students. That's why we're all here. I believe that it's really important. I expect the department heads and the superintendents to be in the schools, go into the classrooms and see what's going on in the classrooms, so they can see the amazing, wonderful things that all these teachers that they've hired are doing, the staff is doing. I think that you can get some disconnect from the teachers who maybe don't feel that their leadership is there for them if they aren't getting represented in that way. I'm very pleased to see some of the staff that has been put in place, because the staff that's been put in place right now is heading that direction. And I want more than anything for the district and the superintendent and the community to have a voice. They need to be heard. Yeah, it's not my job to put out my agenda or what I think. It's my job to support policy and make sure that it's being followed, and to do what I can to make sure that the superintendent and the district members have what they need, the tools they need to be successful for the kids.
First of all, she would like to say that it's imperative that the governing board and the MUSD district staff work together, and whatever issues exist must be resolved in order to move forward and do what is right for the students, the educators, and the community. Her expectation of the district staff is to be prepared and have all the information needed for the board to make informed decisions. She would also expect the staff to be professional in their dealings with the board, educators, and the constituents. What the staff can expect from her is respect for their position, the decisions based on merit and fact, and the staff can expect her to make what she believes is the best decision for the district without regards to others' personal opinions. If elected, she will work to improve her abilities and knowledge to better serve the community, and that would begin with the December 10th ASBA workshop.